Any good free agent tight ends? Yeah, kind of, sort of. We'll talk about it right now on Fantasy Football Today in 5. Dave, maybe this will be Fantasy Football Today in 3. Who knows? What does the free agent tight end list look like?
Let's start with the tags. We know that Dalton Schultz isn't going anywhere. Neither is Mike Gesicki or David Njoku. All three of them tag tight ends. They're going to make over $10 million this year. For the Broncos, Dolphins, and Browns, respectively, the only one that I think is a must draft and one that I love is Dalton Schultz. So that leaves us with Rob Gronkowski. Have you heard of him? He's a free agent. There's talk that he could go to Buffalo. Zach Ertz is a free agent, spent last year with Philly and then Arizona. He definitely has something left in the tank. I'd love to see him go to a team like the Chargers, for example. Might not get a crazy target share there, but could certainly see some really good efficiency, can still make plays after the catch, certainly still a good set of hands. And then after that, we've got a bunch of guys that are just meh. Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzama, Gerald Everett, Jared Cook, Robert Tonyan. Remember Robert Tonyan? He's a free agent. OJ Howard, I know that Heath would remember him. I know you would remember him, Adam.
Yeah.
He's also a free agent. And then after that, there's just nothing left that's really good. Tyler Higby, a potential cap casualty. It doesn't sound like he's going to get cut. Same thing with Logan Thomas. And that's really it at the tight end position. Very, very little sizzle, is a little top heavy.
You know, Ertz kind of looked like he was done going into 2021 and revived himself a little bit. Had a nice stretch with Arizona, commanded a lot of targets on both Philadelphia and Arizona. So what do you think the best destination might be for him? You mentioned the Chargers, and then if he ends up in an ideal spot, maybe it's the Bills, maybe it's the Chargers, who knows? Well, no, the Bills wouldn't be great for him. He's not Knox. How high could you see yourself ranking Zach Ertz?
I think he could be a top 10 tight end if he stays right where he is in Arizona. Look at how he finished last year with the Cardinals. His final 5 games, at least 9 PPR points in each of the 5. Actually, each of the last 4, at least 11 PPR points. Very much involved in the offense. And you might say, well, yeah, but there were injuries to wide receivers there, and that really opened him up for targets. Well, they don't exactly have a ton of wideouts left over there after free agency. Christian Kirk isn't going to resign. AJ Green isn't going to be welcome back. Rondale Moore will get an upgrade. He'll certainly see more targets, but I think there is a path to Zach Ertz being the number 2 target getter in Arizona, which we can't say if he went to a place like LA with the Chargers or even Buffalo. Maybe there's a chance in Buffalo he'd be number 2, but he'd be pretty close, if not just behind somebody like Gabe Davis as the number 2 target getter there. Remember, when you're looking for a tight end in fantasy, you want someone who's going to be either the first or second target getter. Adam, that was your little gem on the position, and I think it absolutely stands true. Ertz would be in that position potentially in Arizona.
Yeah. Do you think Dawson Knox could be in that position if Cole Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders are gone and they don't make a significant upgrade? You think he could out-target Gabriel Davis and really take a big jump? I know this is not a free agent tight end, but just piggybacking on this conversation.
I think he could be third and maybe within 20 targets, 25 targets of Gabriel Davis, something like that. If they don't make a change at tight end, we know that Josh Allen likes throwing to Dawson Knox. We've seen it a bunch already. We just haven't seen a lot of it because there have been so many other pieces in place in Buffalo. If Knox ends up being the top tight end with the Bills, he will also enter into that top 12 tight end conversation. Might have a little bit more to do with just looking at him as a streamable type of tight end who's got upside to be a rest of season tight end. Those guys typically go right after all the tight ends that everybody looks at and says, yeah, this is my guy for the rest of the season. Hopefully they do well. So maybe like a notch below Ertz if Ertz stays in Arizona.
That's it for Fantasy Football Today in 4.5. That's Dave Richard. I'm Adam Azer. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you.